Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Stock Trades. How's everybody doing today? It's been a while since we came online. There was a reason, honestly, why, because there hasn't really been much to talk about. And I've been analyzing and watching the market, and we're trying to notice some patterns. And in this video, we're going to give you something that by the time you walk out of this video, you're probably going to understand what exactly Wall Street's doing right now more than 90% of Americans in the United States. So if you're international and if you're watching this, you're about to pretty much get a pulse on what's happening in the economy and what's happened, right? So without further ado, let's first off, what's going on? Clove to retirement. That was some fun messaging we had the other day about that phase I went through. Yeah. We missed you, Al. It's been a few days. That's been a while. I know it feels like a long time, doesn't it? Yeah. Came for Clove, stayed for Al. Let's go. What's going on, B-Rad Cooley? The man, the myth, the legend. Patiently waiting. Let's go, Clove. Fever dream music. I feel money already in my pockets. Let's go. Hi, Al. What's going on? Al, long time no see. We have had some good media mentions lately. We certainly have. I've been watching. And shout out to Gun Show Trader. He's been posting those things. So love you all. Love you, Al. Been making premium on calls last few weeks. Thanking God for Al Stock Trades. You're making that money. Again, it's all about the wheel strategy, right? I've been making money as well, right? So the whole point is being able to squeeze a certain amount of your shares to basically have them work for you because you're the boss. But you don't want to do the whole thing, because if you do the whole thing, then it's a little risky given the intrinsic value right now is undervalued, which we'll talk about. Okay. Promise current bad. I don't think so. All right. So first things first. I got a headache right here, like right there and here. Just it's like, so sucks. I think it's a caffeine headache. So I made this cup a long time ago. It was Dwack. I think it was really funny. So I'm still using it. It's pretty funny. We're going to be starting up our merch again. Regarding the homeless man with the intrinsic value. I need your help. To all people that are watching, if you can go to al@alstocktrades.com. That's al@alstocktrades.com. And I want you to give me some ideas, quotes that I can put on the merch. Along the lines we spoke about it a while back, and one of them was saying, a homeless man made me a millionaire, or is this something like this ridiculous, like something that's gonna be like people are gonna look at it like, who the hell is this? Like what the hell's going on? That doesn't make sense, right? So pretty funny. A TMJ must be grinding your teeth when you sleep. Ooh. I'm always grinding, you know what I mean? So I think you're right. I might have TMJ. I think you're right. And I just realized Patel. I was like, wait a minute, that's a really strong observation. I was like, there it is. Of course, there you go. There's your 30 years plus experience there. Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna explain. Yeah, it's a little migraine, but I'm powering through. Okay, so in this video, we're gonna connect a lot of things. Okay, lots of things are gonna get connected. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to business. Okay. So here's the screens, okay? Tesla. It's been in the downtrend. It just broke out using a descending triangle pattern, and now it's broken out, and now everyone's watching if this can sustain itself. So have we formulated a bottom? We'll see. I want to just get that out of there so it's in your head. Quickly. Russell 2000 just caught a death cross. Death cross is considered bad. I have some technicians Some of them are actually, they trade on the Wall Street floor. I was able to reach out because, I got to phone a friend, right? I said, I need some help. How bad are these death crosses? Are they really that bad, or is it like retail type stuff, And he's saying that normally death crosses, sometimes they can indicate a bottom, right? I'm like, what? He's like, look at Russell's and look at what happened in the past when, like 2020, how it had a bottom. So that is out of the way there. I want to just there's a little floating things I wanted to get to. Okay. So now that we went ahead and did that, let's talk about price action. Year to date, Clover is up 18.85%. That's impressive. Year to date. Palantir is up 20.97% year to date. Okay. So both stocks are performing well. The question now is, we always like to gauge our performance to the S&P 500. Okay. So the S&P 500 is down 3.42%. So right now, Clover is outperforming the S&P. So what I'm trying to tell you, and this is the beautiful part, our portfolio hedging modeling system, when S&P does well, the hedging modeling system we've created does well. But the problem is it does better than the stock market, right? Better than the S&P. The problem is that when the S&P doesn't do well, our hedging does worse, right? So bulletin point one, right? Bulletin point number two, given that fact, Clover is performing well while the S&P is performing not so well. And it goes back to the institutional ownership that we talked about using our premium Al Stock Trades platform. In fact, let me just quickly go here real quick. So if we go again, this is part of the mastering and bundle, which one it includes it, right? We have a coupon code, take advantage. Which one? Quantum chart. We pull up quantum chart and we hit it up with a full screen. And when we pull up this quantum chart, ladies and gentlemen, we will go ahead and hit Clover. And and I created this for the benefit of the retail community space, right? For the benefit of retail investors that are trying to break out of the matrix, right? That want something better, but sadly our educational system doesn't teach us. Okay? So if we go to institutional ownership, you can see now Clover's institutional ownership is increasing. Whenever you have the blue line cross over the red line, it shows you, because this red line is called the simple moving average. It's a statistical indicator that looks at trends across a long range, and it's 5 period too. So it looks at 5 quarters, which is about a year, almost a year and a quarter. So it's more than a year. And I like this because it shows me there's been a change in sentiment with smart money with Clover. Okay. And I think you see how beautiful the interface is. You see how just smooth that is. Oh my God, it's so cool, right? So I'm happy with what I created. So do you blame me? Come on, right? So okay, so that explains why Clover is outperforming the S&P 500. It's because smart money's buying. Okay, all right. So you see, I'm just trying to break this out. You score it, and you get a bullish score of 6 and a bear score of 3 with overall bullish, right? Okay. Versus, let's say if you want to type Humana, we can go ahead and see what smart money is doing for Humana. We can score it. You actually get an overall score of bearish, a bullish of 4 and a bearish of 5, meaning the bears are winning. And you could see, you know how Clover, the blue line was above the red line. Actually, for Humana, the blue line is actually under the red line, which means that institutions are selling, okay, which is why the stock price has been falling. We went from a peak of 1,211 institutional holders of Humana, down to 939. I mean, that's a big drop. And you can honestly here, it shows you the ultimate change. I mean, just as one quarter, we got minus 117 institutions. So I mean, again, I just love kind of how this is formulated. So now let's exit the full screen. It's all part of the stock terminal that you guys have access to. It's the premium one, part of lifetime access. So now that we went in and talked about this, now let's go ahead and let's exit this. Now let's go ahead and let's talk about economy. Okay. First, let me answer questions. Okay. Waiting for a perfect storm, SAS. Yes. Lagging indicator. Al, you should be running Tesla. They'd be very happy. I'm all about positive free cash flow, but right now I have a strategic dream, a change that I'm trying to accomplish. Something that's I think it's going to be well suited for the Al stock trades community. I think this. I'll be announcing soon. I'm just kind of navigating the ship right now, so I'll keep you updated on that. So, well, actually, the thing about Tesla is robo taxis. I think is going to be huge. I just use a Mac, but granted, my Mac is really souped up. I got a super Mac. Big Mac, Big Mac, right? Okay, so again, I don't like to reference CNBC for stock market like advice, but I like to reference them for news because I look at them as news, and I like hard news, not opinions, right? I make my own opinions, and our platform teaches you how to make your own opinions, right? So, like a professional. Okay, so this was published back on 2018 in January, so the beginning of the year of 2018. And it said, President Trump, this is again Trump 1.0, right? This was Trump 1.0. President Trump said his remarks regarding the trade deal and announced kind of the tariff talks. And if we were to go to the S&P 500, go to, let's say, the weekly. Oh, we look like we've bounced off of that Fibonacci. It's pretty cool. Let's now go. In fact, I might just go do quarterly. There it is. This just gives you a little bit more view. So if we zoom in and we go here, we'll switch to the daily. And now that we're in 20, oh no, it doesn't show me 2018. You're telling me I have to hold on. I just have to, okay, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through this timeline. Steve Jobs said you can't predict the future. I mean, no one can, but you can use the past to connect the dots to look at the kind of future. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so it's like, why was he looking at 2018? Everything's going to make sense soon. Okay, so all right. So Trump 1.0, because he was president in 2018. Remember, then Biden became president, right? So 2018, it was Trump 1.0. January 26th, he announced that he was going to do tariffs. So let's go to January. Here it is. So right there, January 26th, he announced that he was going to do tariffs, and the stock dropped. It dropped bad. It dropped really bad. But then the stock recovered all the way until October 1st, 2018. And all of a sudden, October 1st, 2018, the stock market for the S&P crashed very quickly, I'll say, but crashed way before Trump's remarks regarding Trump 1.0 in 2018, right? So the question now is, what made it crash? You speak to people that don't know the stock market, they're going to say it was Trump. You speak to Democrats, they're probably going to say it was Trump, right? But as someone who's a first principles thinker, right? We like to look under the hood like we always do. Everything's data driven. Okay. So let's investigate why this dropped. On October 3rd, 2018, Federal Chairman Jerome Powell says, we're a long way from neutral on interest rates, indicating more hikes are coming. So Jerome Powell, let's start the story again. There it is, B-Rad Cooley. You got it, right? So we'll start the story again for people that are just joining, right? Trump announced tariffs around January 26, 2018 in his first presidency. The stock market fell, but then it recovered. Then Jerome Powell said we're going to hike, and the stocks crashed. But then he realized that, the hikes are not going to last that long, and the stock market recovered. Okay? So then now let's go ahead and let's apply it to today's present value. Trump, on February 19, 2025, Trump 2.0 suggests 25% tariffs on autos, pharma, semiconductors. And he changed the autos part, but I'm just giving you the timeline right now. Okay. So now let's go fast forward to 2025. In fact, let me just go here. Okay. So what do we say? February 19. We had a technical breakout, and then February 19, right on that technical breakout, Trump said tariffs, and the market took a big dive. Okay. Now we're slowly recovering. You can see the MACD is potentially crossing. So just like how 2018 in January, the S&P 500 recovered, I think we're about to recover for the S&P 500 for Trump tariffs 2.0. And we're waiting for a deal to be signed by April 2nd, which is why I haven't really been active on my covered calls, because I know Clover's about to go higher. Because I think he's going to announce a deal by April 2nd of 2025 in the next couple of weeks. It's March 22nd, Saturday today. So I'm expecting a deal. I'm pulling up my calendar here. By Tuesday, April 1st. Wednesday, April 2nd, right? And that's assuming Trump makes a deal. So now the question is, driver, you're like, oh man, that's not good. So now again, let's look under the hood, right? Because actually this is good. Now let's look up the federal funds rate. What is the federal funds rate? The federal funds rate gives you what is the effective interest rate that the Federal Reserve has as of right now. During Trump 1.0 era, the Federal Reserve in October 2018 said that more rate hikes are to come. Okay. They hiked and the stock market fell. Then Jerome Powell said, we might have to change course and start going down and decreasing. Because remember, the 10-year yield curve inverted, and then it caused the stop. He said, never mind, we're not going to hike anymore. So he started cutting interest rates, right? And then COVID happened, and then obviously he dropped interest rates to zero, right? Forget COVID right now. I just want you to focus on this. So back when Trump 1.0 had tariffs, we were at a federal funds rate of around 1 to 2, 1.5 to 2. Okay, right? Now we're at a federal funds rate of, 5 going down to like 4.5. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Do you really think that Jerome Powell is going to go on TV and say, we're going to hike rates. No, they're not doing that. So stocks are not going to fall like they did in 2018. That's my prediction. In fact, it's the quite opposite of what happened in 2018. 2018, Jerome Powell was hawkish, meaning he was a bear, right? In 2025, he's actually bullish. He's dovish, right? These are just words that people on Wall Street, they use. I'm sure you've heard them, okay? So with that, when do we expect a rate cut? So if you go to the poly market, which a lot of people said, a lot of people in the poly market said, you know what? It's not real. The poly market's fake regarding Kamala versus Trump. Well, that proved to be wrong. The poly, because people bet money on this. Okay. So the poly market, there was a blip, but the poly market suggests that in May 7th, there's going to be an 83% chance that there's not going to be a cut. But in June, there's a 59% that there is going to be a cut, 59% of a 25 basis point. And the volume is about 1.6 million. But in July, they're saying no change, but it's not really that much because there's only $187,000 of volume versus 1.6 million versus, this one here with 7 million, right? So more, right? So now you see how now I'm going to kind of walk you through it, but without the graphs, I'm just going to say it. Okay. For people that are driving, so, okay. In the beginning of January, in Trump's initial 2018 term, he announced tariffs. Tariffs, Trump 1.0. Stocks dropped like they did right now, but they ultimately recovered. What dropped the 2018 market wasn't Trump. It was actually Jerome Powell, right, saying about interest rates. Okay. We are in a totally different federal funds right now. We're coming off of a rate hike cycle. We are entering a new market cycle, which is a rate cutting phase, which is bullish. So I think we are going to make a lot of money. Okay. Let me see here. I'm just going to take some time to look at the comments to see, what's going on here. Okay. Let me look. Oh, let's see. Get my CLOV fix. We're going to talk about it. Al running on both my iPhones. Let's go. Right. Original NAFTA was to be no tariffs on goods between Mexico and U.S. Yeah, and there's a lot of changes that happen because, especially with the automakers too, because Trump realized that's going to cause automakers to increase their prices by a lot, and that actually hurt the economy. So he has business people next to him. I think this thing will be a nothing burger, right? Thanks, Al, for the update. Appreciate. I hope Clover's, yeah, absolutely, right? So 6 CCs, cover calls for people that don't know. I agree with your prediction, Al. Good stuff here. Thank you. Absolutely. So I'm happy that it's all data driven, right? Listen, I wasn't able to make there was no point of me making videos if I'm not having anything new to give. And now that I kind of have some information to kind of pull, because I was sitting and like a monk meditating on the market, and I'm watching the market, right? And this is my thinking. Okay. All right. Well, I see what you're saying, but with spiteful environment in the market, you never know. I mean, for sure. But I have access to research that billionaires have access to, and because I have I have an institutional license to sell data, right? I'm able to democratize this information for you, right? So I'm giving you what smart money's doing, right? Okay. So there's that. Dude, if they do cut interest rate, it will be good, though I won't be crediting Trump. I mean, honestly, they were going to cut whether it was Biden, Trump, Kamala, or Kanye West Yee on the. I had to put them on because after Trump, anybody can be president right now, right? Yeah. Okay, I got to read his book though. I'm trying to read his book because you can learn from everybody. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Al, can you welcome Johnny Boy to the CLOV family? Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny Boy? Where is he at? Bloomberg, B-Rad, feed me. So we in terms of covered calls and cash secured puts on our platform, we do it all, right? It's a one-stop shop. So we talk about those things there too, in really great detail. I trust you. The only channel I can honestly say this. You've been right 1,000%. Well, I mean, I'm going to get stuff wrong, right? I mean, I'm human, guys. I mean, in about 100 years, I'm going to die, right? Less than that, right? I'm only human, right? I'm going to get stuff wrong. But what I can promise you is whatever I'm telling you on this channel is what I'm doing, right? Right. I mean, that's I'm not trying to I know that I sell a platform, the stock terminal, and I know there's other buttholes out there on YouTube that sell things that are not the best for their subscribers. But I truly believe in the product I created, and the problem is I would give it away for free. It's just it's expensive. I mean, truly, if this stuff didn't cost money, I would love to give it away for all of you guys. I wish I can, right? It's trust me, I wish I can. It's expensive. Like this stuff is expensive. Like this data is expensive, so it's hard to run this, and there needs to be some for certain cash flow, that needs to sustain it. So I'm sorry, right? I wish I can give it away, but it's like a Bloomberg terminal. I mean, like it costs like $2,000, $2,500 a month for Bloomberg, right? So we're like 90% cheaper, and we have lifetime access. But I do believe in the product, right? Let's see here. I bought whatever I wanted to eat at Whole Foods today because of Al. Let's go. Yes. You see, this is me doing primary care without having to do primary care. The fact that you're able to buy Whole Foods, right, using the covered calls and cash secured puts, being able to afford healthy, fresh produce. This was the dream, right? Being able to help people break out of the matrix, right? So good, right? Get yourself some garlic sauce. They got some good on Whole Foods. They got. I mean, when I first listen, man, when I first went to Whole Foods, man, I didn't have much. I was with my girl. I looked at her like she was crazy. I saw like a chicken that was like usually chicken I get was from like Food City, like from like a Mexican market. And my chicken cost like maybe $2, $3. I went to Whole Foods with my girl one time, and I was like, why is this chicken $25? Like I almost thought like this food is gonna give me magic. Like this food, like these chickens went to Harvard. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking about. Like these chickens had to go to Harvard. What? Because they used to show me in Whole Foods, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. We feed our chickens the best food. We have they're able to walk and have a grass field. And in my head, I'm like, what kind of chickens have I been eating? And I'm like, look, have my $2 chickens been not able to walk? Like, what kind of chickens have I been eating? So yeah. So the fact that when I first started being able to afford to eat at Whole Foods, that was, or just being able to go to a restaurant. Because before, when I used to go to a restaurant, I used to look at the prices a lot. And I used to look at my bank account, and I used to be like, okay, how much can I spend? How much do I need to cut anything? And then one time, this was a long time ago, guys. One time, I was on a date. This was like This was more than 10 years ago. It was a long time ago. I was on a date and I was at this place called Melting Pot, and the bill was like $150. That stressed oh God, that stressed me. And it was a date. She said, let's go to the Melting Pot. And I was like, oh, okay, what is that? And then it came out, it was 150. And I paid, and I was like, what am I going to do? Like it was so stressful. Like I stayed up that night. I stayed up that night, freaking out. Kind of, how am I gonna figure this out? So there's people. I mean, there's people out there that still have this type of lifestyle. That you know what I mean. So that's the people I want to reach. You know what I mean? It's tough. I mean, it's when we go, a lot of you guys watching. I mean, you guys are gonna go to Whole Foods and all these things. Don't forget where you came from. I mean, really though. I mean, sometimes even sometimes I forget. But just remember, your comment helped me remember right now. Yeah, shit's expensive. Yeah, $25 for a little chicken. Like, what kind of? This is a Harvard chicken. This chicken went to Johns Hopkins or something. I don't know the hell this chicken went to. Right, this chicken has an IQ probably bigger than mine. Right, it's worth that much. Right, um. All right, let's see here. No, of course you are, but smart and human. I try to be, man. I try. Patience is key. If you're good at something, never do it for free. No, I get that. The thing is, I'm already making money through my investments. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know, like, the stuff we called out, right? I mean, I don't like a lot of folks that tend to sell these types of things, courses, just like how Andrew Toy says, we're not a Medicare Advantage company. I know I have courses, but I have a software, right? It's different, right? But the problem is you can't use the software without the course. I mean, it's like I give you a car, but you haven't written, you don't know how to use it, right? You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, how about this? It's like, because someone can argue, I can learn how to drive a car. All right, fine. I'll give you a plane without a pilot license. Good luck, right? You need to learn how to, so because you'll crash, right? And that's the stock market. I mean, honestly, the pilot discussion is great. I'm giving you pilot course, right, on what Wall Street does, and then I give you the software that they use, right? So, right, yeah, eating Whole Foods would take you the whole paycheck, right? It's crazy, dude. I went down a rabbit hole a while back with that one master. Oh, you're the man, Drew, dude. That's what wealth feels like to me. Whatever I want to buy, bison steak, scallops, grass-fed freaking milk, Greek yogurt. Thank you, Al. Freaking grass-fed chocolate. I'm just kidding. Honestly, is there such thing as grass-fed chocolate? I don't think so. Let me see this grass-fed chocolate. I'm sure we could just sell it, maybe. Look at this grass-fed chocolate. Let's see this here. Grass-fed. No, there's no such thing as grass-fed chocolate. No way. Oh, grass-fed milk that is used in grass-fed and chocolate. Ooh, right? Jesus, guys. So freaking funny. Let's see here. Very cool. While food is a ripoff, you're better off going to ShopRite so you can keep your money and invest in Clove, right? Whole Foods chicken has a higher intrinsic value, right? It's just right. You eat it, and then you feel that your bowels have a higher intrinsic value, right? Right. But there's something about life, no matter whether you eat rich food or poor food, it still ends up the same way, right? Oh, we're getting pretty philosophical here today, don't we? All right, I love Al's stories. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just reflection on life, Yeah. Whole Foods is not feasible. It will be. It will be for a lot of people. It will be, right? It will be. You'll be able to have your own private chefs by the time I'm done with you guys. Okay. All right. I want dishes after dishes. Just drink Costco protein shakes. You got to be careful with those. There's a lot of sodium in them, right? A lot of preservatives. Make your own protein shakes, right? That's not bad. New York, 500 for two. Oh, yeah. Now I have Whole Foods personal chef. Let's go. When do we blast off? Okay. So I'm going to pause the comments. Keep typing, and I'm going to go back to the video. Okay, but first I'm gonna drink some coffee. Okay. So now that we talked about the economy, and now you have a blueprint of what to look for. You could see that the bulls are starting to come back, right? The bulls, because the bulls left, and now we're in an extreme that we haven't seen in the past 10 years. This is 2016, right? This is 20. So I think we may be next to an extreme. So I think we're on our way to a recovery. As the stock's been dropping, dumb money has been selling, and smart money has been buying. And you can reflect that with that image I showed you for Clover. In fact, I can. I mean, I don't have a problem. I can show you again because sometimes people, forget. Oh, here it is, right there. Yeah, so you can see people have been selling Clover, and these are Robinhood's customers. You could see that they've been selling, and now that dumb money has increased their buying. Uh, it seems as dumb money came back to buying Clover. You could see there's a little bit more green now, so they're buying Clover. Okay, so I think we'll see kind of this play out if the stock kind of tests a new level of support before it blasts off. So we talked about that. Now let's talk about Clover Health. So we got a positive 30% year-over-year growth from MA memberships. Insurance revenue is 1.8 to 1.875 billion. Adjusted net income positive, right? Their BER is going to be a little higher because they're in the growth phase. 2026, they're going to be strong membership growth, 4 stars, meaning they'll be able to be paid more. We already know this, okay? We already know that they're growing, that their MCR is what is differential for them. We already know the wheel strategy: better AI care, improve health, reduce cost, reinvest in member benefits, more people come back. What I want to talk to you about is this. I want to talk about this. Okay. All right, get ready. Okay. So, Vivek Gurdapelli, over 20 years in healthcare and financial leadership. Andrew Toy, over 20 years in technology and healthcare leadership. Divide is that program he sold and made a lot of people, pretty much all his people that work there, millionaires overnight. Peter, over 25 years of financial and technology leadership. Conrad, over 15 years of technology experience. There's Yahoo. I'm sorry, and Google. Whenever I look at Yahoo, I look at Yahoo as a failure. But people that tend to come from companies that fail are actually really, really strategic to invest in them, because failing is actually pretty good precursor to success. So it's almost like they have a vaccine, especially Peter, with he's from Yahoo as well. But we have a Google connection. Okay. We have greater than 15 years for Miss Rachel here in the industry. Eric Sharp, more than 25 years in the industry. Mr. Brady here, over 20 years in United Healthcare Group, the whole industry. Then we have this lady here. This lady here is my favorite lady out of everybody here. She's the divisional CEO of Medicare Advantage. She has over 30 years of healthcare leadership. And yes, this is United Healthcare Group. Okay. General counsel, over 20 years. Chief compliance officer, over 40 years. I think this might be a typo because this lady looks like she just broke out of her 20s, right? And if she's watching, you know, right? That's wow, right? Okay, we'll move on. Greater than 15 years in the industry. So let's add all this, shall we? I'm going to add all the years, and this is just leadership. This does not show the CFO of Humana. The CFO of Medicare Advantage for Clover that used to work for Humana. He has 10 years of experience. We're not adding this on here, but he exists. He's just not on this list. Okay. This is all. These are all greater, but we'll just use the numbers. 20 plus 20. Yep. Yeah, that lady with 40 years of experience. I'm like, is that a typo? I look older than her. Like, what's going on? So altogether, with Clover's experience in total, they have 245 years of combined experience to disrupt the healthcare space. They have a collective. When they come together, they have a collective of 245 years of experience. This does not include the board. This does not include Hillary Clinton. Chelsea Clinton. This does not include the Greek guy. This does not include all those folks. But you can see they have enough years of experience, which is as old as the United States of America. Okay. This is how I look at when I look at the board. Okay. I'm going to read a couple of things. I said, Clove, are we coming back? A lot of people didn't really understand this. Someone said, can you help me connect the dots? Yes. Okay. Perplexity is, AI. Their funding round went from 500 million to a billion, and their valuations are at 18 billion. The question is, how much is Perplexity selling, and are they even free cash flow positive? You see, with Counterpart, their AI, they're able to sell their product. You know what I mean? And they're going to be profitable. So the point is as an investor, people tend to want to invest when there's an IPO market season, kind of how Chimov took advantage of 2020, and he just kind of spacked it up. It raises and it makes things become a loftier, evaluation. So that's what I meant there. So keep these in your head. Okay. Okay. Second thing is shout out to market cap. His quote from Vivek: in 10 years, I strongly believe that it is possible for Clover to have made the biggest positive impact in healthcare. Okay. This is amazing, right? For our channel's purposes, we're focused on this, but for our channel, while simultaneously accruing the largest market value in healthcare in excess of any healthcare company that exists today. So, United Healthcare exists today, and it's worth about $400 to $500 billion. It's worth about $500 billion. And this guy is telling me that this company is going to increase in excess of any company that in healthcare that exists today. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Okay. Then you have this. This is directly from Andrew Toy. Okay. He says, I think people in, the retail environment support and are willing to believe and bet on a grand plan. They want something audacious, someone who's going to out there and saying, we're an incredible $150 billion company. He's putting that price tag. He said this, right? And market cap strategically said, that's a $300 stock price. And yes, you're right. The net worths of a lot of people is going to be over $100 million. You understand where we're going here? I'm trying to show you how to break out of the matrix. Okay? I don't want you to be able to work for a boss that doesn't appreciate you. I want you to be valued just like how God intended and when he created you and how he created the soul that you have, the beautiful soul that was a part of him. That's the life that I want you to live. Okay? So yes, this is possible. Right? It is. We're just very early. It's an egg that I'm waiting for it to hatch. And once it hatches, get ready to go to Vegas. Get ready. Get ready. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay. He then adds, they see Clover as being different. And we are different. We are different. We really are, right? He says that. That's a great thing, as opposed to when people say, oh, you're just a Medicare Advantage plan. Then Andrew Toy says, no, we're not. And ladies and gentlemen, people are starting to realize that. You can look at the media and everything. People are talking. Okay. Shout out to Market Cap again. Love this guy. He went ahead and posted this. By the way, follow him. I like him a lot. Market Cap, I'm sorry that I don't follow you. I don't follow anyone. And I do that strategically, right? I follow 0 people, but your stuff pops. Like I do follow you in my heart, right? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just I'm trying to give a signal to Wall Street, and I don't follow no one, right? We can create our own information, right? So let's go back. Oh, there it is. In the most recent interview with Lyrinx, I believe, he said the pipeline is strong. I mean, the way Peter talks, he talks like very short and concise. I like it. The pipeline is strong. More news to come. In the pipeline, we have both regional players, but also national players. And there's other things he says, but soon, I mean, honestly, he should have said this: pipeline strong. More news is coming. We have regional and national players. Pipeline strong. Right? So the point here is, once this national player is announced, and again, I don't know who. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know. If I was to take a strategic guess, I would say Molina, because the former CFO of Molina he's on the board of Clover right now. So I mean, I would say them. Maybe Humana. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a big hospital system. I don't know. But regardless, I mean, we already got Duke, right? So regardless, a lot of lives are going to be changed. Like, holy crap! Like the amount of money. Oh my god. Let me see here. My god. you guys are gonna go crazy with this. I mean, this is gonna be crazy. And you guys can see my YouTube channel. I put in over 700 videos. I put in work. You know what I mean? I was like beating the drums here. You know, you can't say I didn't try, right? I try to tell. I try to warn people, right? All right, so I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. Al, we can usually predict the direction things are going. The time till the roller coaster is over is always hard to predict. Days, months always play out whenever they get. Yeah, I agree. Loving the ride. hmm hmm Wendy's Licton, 33 years of experience in Medicare. Oh God, yeah, maybe they're trying to bring more customers. You know, all the bad food they have. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, it feels like I've been edging for 245 years in the healthcare space. I mean, honestly, a lot of people, a lot of people that joined the Clover movement, a lot of people didn't know stuff about stock, and now they can give you lectures on how the state of the United States healthcare system. Right? they came in, they came in trying to make a few bucks to. Now they know CMS, they know AC. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny. Um, let's see. Potentially. I agree. Potentially. Yeah. We'll need yeah, they need a bankroll for that SaaS growth. We'll see. Yeah, I agree. Right. Just kind of going really quickly. But yeah, there it is, guys. That's it. Well, I'm gonna go eat some lunch. I'm tired. I skipped breakfast, so I'm a little tired. I get hypoglycemic, so um I mean not like hypoglycemic clinically. I just it feels like it. I just get a little dizzy. But I also didn't eat yesterday, so I've been pretty busy. But I'm gonna eat today, and just wanted to kind of connect the dots for you guys. I guess you can call this intermittent fasting, honestly, but I'm gonna connect the dots for you guys, and I hope that this was helpful. It's been 54 minutes, you know, a lot of information here, and I try to always include something new in my videos, um, our videos, right? So we can go ahead and go on to the Al Stock Trades Premium, but I think we'll save it for another video. Uh, but yeah, yeah, oh yeah. No, I appreciate you guys. No, appreciate you, Dr. Patel. You're the best. You're the best. Love you. Right? We need you to live a very long. Oh no, no. I think I'm gonna live a long. I think what happened this week, I think was a blessing in disguise. I think I may live a longer life than what I have expected. I may live given this week. So uh, I'll keep you posted. Um, God bless you guys. Remember, we're all in this together. They don't teach this information in school, even though the people that are hired in the administration, they know about this information. They won't teach our kids this. It's up to you to do that. For all the people that are in lifetime access, you have an obligation to teach your children this. That's why for fathers or mothers that have lifetime access, you can bridge that lifetime access to your sons and daughters, right? Again, this whole thing was not about trying to nickel and dime people, right? This I'm trying to show you what changed my life. And I hope that, you guys have some people have been following us for almost 4 years now on YouTube. Um I hope now you see that I'm not trying to steer you in the wrong direction. And let's say, for example, if I was to go in the wrong direction, I would be I would be with you too because I follow what I'm saying, right? And what the information I give to you is I would give to my I don't have sons and daughters. I have beautiful dogs, but I would give to my sons and daughters if I had them, right? I will share with you my successes and failures, and you see from the videos we've had a lot of wins, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do God's work, right? Amazing video. Love you, Al and friends. Absolutely love you guys. Love you all. Of course, you are tired. Your voice and your face indicate fatigue. Yes, Waleed. I'm so fatigued. Yeah, this was a tough week. Yeah, I was pretty fatigued. But you know what? I get my energy from all of you guys. I get my energy from hearing about Drew being able to shop at Whole Foods. It feels good being able to impact people's lives. We're going to continue doing that. And if you want to help me expand, please subscribe to the channel. Please smash the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. I don't say it enough, but if you want other people to see this information, to have an opportunity to, because those people have sons and daughters, man. I mean, smash the like button, share the video, do whatever you can, because other people need to find a way out, right? And I think together we cracked Wall Street. God bless you guys. Always love the passion. Always love you all. Love you all. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. See you.
Albert Allen's got the secrets in his hand. Retail heroes taking over this land. Trading stocks with a master plan. Fortunes rising on the Clover brand. Numbers rolling, deals never stop. Bulls are charging, markets gonna pop. Albert's wisdom higher than the top. With Clover Health, we'll hit the jackpot. Fortune calls, Albert leads the way. Retail winners here to seize the day. Clover's Health, dollars gone sway. In this game, no more bills to pay. Through the highs and lows, we stay strong. Albert's voice guiding us all along. Clover's growth, we're playing like a song. Investing right, never going wrong. Stocks are climbing, reaching for the skies. Albert's insights cutting through the lies. Retail dreams standing tall, they rise. In this world of trades, we're the prize. Fortune calls, Albert leads the way. Retail winners here to seize the day. Clover's Health, dollars gonna sway. In this game, no more bills to pay. Through the highs and lows, we stay strong. Albert's voice guiding us all along. Clover's growth, we're playing like a song. Investing right, never going wrong.